Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you. And welcome back to the Beta Planets with a return to the After the End mod. And well, I was waiting on getting a nice opportunity here. I had one, but well, I had to wait until my recent holy war ended, and then all of a sudden I am faced with this. I try to sit up in bed, but somebody's holding me down. It's the burly armsman with the trustworthy face I promoted to God last week. Another assailant is trying to force some rag into my mouth, holding my nose too. I can't breathe. And I'm dead! I am dead, and long live Princess Cheyenne. I really wonder who just killed me. Well, I am... Oh! I don't need to ask. The Shadow is her name. I've probably been killed by this woman, despite her not having that focus. I really don't want to play her also as her. This is really bad. We are now a 2-year-old. And, well, I unfortunately, as my mother, recently just borrowed a little bit of gold, so we also have that issue. Yeah, this is really bad. That Galena, the lawgiver, died under suspicious circumstances. Well, we're going to have to, well, give away some of the land that we have here. Because we can't hold it anymore. As we are a 2-year-old. And I wouldn't be surprised if I would also die as this 2-year-old. Grand land title to her. And why I'm going to do that, well, the land will fall back to me. And the council says no. What? I can't give away land. I am not allowed to give away land. And thereby people will hate me more because I'm free over my demesne. That is really bad. I can't do anything about this. Well, we have an incredible penalty to the amount of domestic we can hold. People will hate me with -30. I am a 2-year-old. We can expect our empire at this point to collapse. And that is more or less the long and the short of it. I'm also going to, well, unfocus this guy because yowza, that is really bad now. And I'm also going to, I went crazy off camera from the ding-a-ling. I really wish I had used a different sound for that. Not the mod, this is just CK2. But yeah, I am a 2-year-old. And apparently this is my heir. This is really... I have only super old women as my heirs. Well. Goodbye to the dynasty. Well, then we had a good run, I would say. The fact that this woman murdered me, I wish I could see it, but yeah, we are unfortunately, as you know, in Iron Man mode, so I can't see. But I think that woman murdered me because she was the next one in line. That, well, caused the end of the dynasty because, well, unfortunately, the computer... Oh, wait a second. With Playful and Fuzzy, I think she would have been better with Intrigue. With this kind of manipulation, well, of the court, I can't do much, and thus it seems like the motherland will die in this episode. I had a fun run, that's for sure, but yeah, this is just... I hope I will survive, but the chance on that is slim to nothing. And there are all kinds of factions that are against me that, of course, want to increase council power and what have you not. And apparently the Queen of Washington also hates me. Yeah, because the mess is too big. I would love to give it away, but I cannot because you won't allow me. Whereas I want to give it away, and that is some of the ridiculousness that sometimes happens in CK2 if you play as Iron Man mode. And it's good to show you all that once in a while as well. This is why I normally don't play as Iron Man mode. Just let me give this away. I am more than willing to give this to anybody. But you will not allow me to do anything because despite the fact that, well, the council has nothing to say about this, and they really don't, because let's look at our council laws here. Sorry, the laws. council, I can grant the titles. But I can't do that during a regency. So this lady needs to give them away. But if she's not doing that, people are really, really pissed with me. And the funny thing of it is, furthermore, I can still decide that he's going to be educated that way and he's going to be educated that way, but I can't decide about my demesne size and what have you not, so that's... No. This is a bit the ridiculousness of CK2 that sometimes happens. I can't give away the land, so people are angry with me. This is just all around bad. I'm a 2-year-old girl with... Yeah, this is just so bad on all sides. You want to marry out whom to whom now? Well, she does have a claim, so that will be inherited by, and you are... Oh, but you are the third in line. Yeah, sure, we'll take that. So at least the spy master is happy with me. But there is a good chance we won't survive this. There's a very good chance we won't survive this, and that will be the end of the line of this campaign for me, because I don't like it if I have to switch from old woman to old woman to old woman to old woman to old woman. I wouldn't like it if I would have to switch from old man to old man to old man to old man to old man. Because the family just... The AI can't think. Oh well, we'll have to see. If I survive, I will be pleasantly surprised. I certainly will be. And I have done it before, surviving as a very small little girl, but then I was about 6. And at least I got some traits already, like kind, so people were like immediately like, kill the little girl, because, well, this is the heir to be, so, like, it's quite sure that she killed me, or one of the ones a little bit down the line. But sometimes you get killed by the number 2 or number 3, like, no, she doesn't have the power. It might have been Fenton Fairweather, considering the use of shadowness and what have you not. But most likely, I've been killed by a family member. And I was just looking forward to having a run with an empress that could live long, but no. Came to the throne at 25, was murdered at 31. And she had nice traits, so... Holy heck, what a bad turn of events that one was. So where is this uprising? Again in the same province. Does this have a religious unrest or something that it is again in this province? Could be, who knows? Well, we have to wait for the save. Yes, it does indeed have religious unrest. Oh, religious tension. It's only 10%. Oh well. I had hoped to attack this because, well, it is a revolt. Revolts cannot immediately... Oh, money has been disappearing from the treasure. I suspect my regent. Okay. And there are raiders again. Yeah, I wish CK2 had a type of manpower mechanic so that they could say, like, yeah, we sent in 10,000 of troops against that country. That is a bit ridiculous. So, I can win of him, and I can still castrate him with no problem as a 2-year-old, but I cannot give away my lands. The insanity that is, well, CK2 sometimes. Oh, and there's an adventurer. And as a 2-year-old, of course, I think of assassins when an adventurer wants to claim my lands. What? Well, let it be. Alright then. But yeah, the amount of vessels to big is of course only because, well, I have like no diplomacy. Who is teaching me? My father. Oh dear, that means I can become Valayan. Well, then it will just be a prestige to turn back into Mountaineer. Or Mountainer. Oh, Cheyenne. You have a tough life ahead of you, girl. If you have a life ahead of you. At all. And we have more raiders. The problem also is that the amount of raiders is starting to tick me off that I'm starting to make bad decisions. Or I have the feeling I'm trying to rush stuff simply because I want to get rid of them. It's like a repetitive thing. They already changed it so that peasant revolts and religious revolts, when you beat them once, they are gone. But they haven't done that with these raiders. And that seems... I can understand, because if you're playing a raider nation, you don't want your raiders all of a sudden gone. Don't get me wrong, I understand the other side of the coin, but... There's just too much manpower, because even if you play as a country with raiders, I don't think your raiders replenish in the way that they do here, because there are like host wars that are capable of still raiding. Like, why don't you do your host war? How have you become a host? Because you're on an adventure. Perhaps it's a mechanic that's put in for the American natives, but if that is true, then please, mod makers, get rid of it, because this is not fun to play. This is just painstakingly painful. Perhaps actually, I just realized, perhaps I haven't been killed by a family, but perhaps by my husband, who is an elusive shadow, and what I have, you know, he was very angry of me for, well, having cheated on him. That could actually be it. That simply my father killed my mother. And that is because, of course, I didn't play as my mother in the first few years of her adult life, and she immediately went like, oh, let's go to bed with somebody else. Well, there at least we managed to convert our own county. Let's see if we can finally get rid of these Zevankinists. Zevankinists? I still don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I just don't understand. I understand where it comes from the vacancy of the seat, but yeah. Prince Galatane. Oh, well, there goes the line that had the claim for the Kingdom of Washington. Here, adulterous Fairweather, which is probably the problem also with some ladies not wanting to marry because they really want this matrilineal marriage, and then no husband wants it, and then they turn to adultery no sooner. I have encountered the... Oh, snap, now I've got another one that's too many. I got the one of Tillamook. Now I have 4 counties too much. Oh! Yes, I would appreciate the help, because I'm not allowed to do it. So, let's see what happens. Well, we're going to be a tyrant later on in my life, because he gave it to a freaking grand city. And he gave away titles in my own duchy, I have the feeling. Yeah, he gave away the baronies. God! I think... Oh, well... We are going to be an extremely bitch when we grow up, because he just got the barony that is in our own lands. I wouldn't be surprised if the other barony that we had has also been given away. Like, why would you give away those? Of all the things to give away, and you let me have this one, and you gave a barony to a duke all the way across the freaking world. The AI just doesn't understand this, and this is why I don't like Iron Man at times, because I would love to give them away, and a regent would have long done it, but now my titles have been spread across the 4 corners of the world in winds and directions that are like completely insane. And that just bugs the hell out of me. It is so... Call it a little bit OCD, but this barony should not be part of this dukedom. What else has been given away that has been complete derp? This guy has been receiving an extra... He has been receiving Spruce Grove, which we have been upgraded, and we have not given away the county that we wouldn't want to give away. And we should have given another thing away. 3 things have been given away. Well, that is still ours. What else did we give away that we had? Clark was already given away. I don't know. I don't know. I feel so annoyed when this happens because she needs to be an incredible tyrant when she grows up. And or reorganize everything so that it is a little bit sane. Which means that the heir after her is going to have incredible penalties for your, because, well, opinion of predecessor will be really bad, but I can't help myself, and this is my problem, I'll admit that, but that these titles is so wrong that I want to immediately adjust it. And why do I have a fleet over here? I don't know. I just don't know. Well, I can make this episode very, very long with me complaining about it, but this has happened, and this is what it is. And, because this is going to continue along a route, and I can make a whole lot of discussions and what have you not, that are no fun, but I have to admit the High Desert is winning, which is pretty cool. But that will probably mean that plans for Cascadia won't happen. Well, all bad news, because if the High Desert wins this Holy War, which in one way I like because they are not losing one again for once, we won't be able to create Cascadia and ask them to join us peacefully, and then we have to painstakingly get them from them. Oh well, I will return to you when I have grown up, and when I have completely rearranged all these titles here, and the whole council and everybody is not super mad at me, which means that we're probably gonna make a huge skip of about a year or 15 or so before Cheyenne can actually become the empress that she needs to be. Oh, by the way, I should choose a focus. And before we can rule a little bit normally again, and not have this Derpy McDerperson going on around giving titles away. But I had to, because people were getting super angry with me for having too much titles, which is a genuine thing they can complain about. I'm sorry for this little rant, like, I can't help it. It's the AI doing what it is, and perhaps, well, perhaps you'll like to see that also your favorite YouTuber, if I am your favorite YouTuber, or just a YouTuber you watch, well, we also have sometimes bad luck. It also happens to us. I'll say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril can lead to great frustration. I mean, great beauty. Goodbye.